Iceland's crazy massive Bitcoin mine. Working around the clock, 7 days a week, the computers were part of the largest concentration of Bitcoin mining power in the world. By solving and packaging complex blocks of encrypted data, the machines helped secure and expand the worldwide network of digital currency. And in return for their work, they generated vast fortunes for their owners. The Advania network alone, operated by Iceland's largest IT provider, pulled in what's estimated to be millions a year. The Nordic island country straddles the mid-Atlantic ridge, where the Eurasian and North American tectonic plates meet, molding a volcanic terrain webbed by glacial rivers and studded with gemstone-aquamarine lakes. Hundreds of fans blast cold air to keep the machines from overheating, aided by 6 giant ceiling turbines that spin with a collective force of 360 washing machines. This high-tech barn seems worlds away from the geysers, waterfalls and lagoons that inspire 2.3 million tourists each year, but it is as much a product of Iceland's unique geology as any of those. Less than 2 miles from Iceland's Reyjavik Airport, there's a group of shelters draped as a commercial poultry barn. There's a deafening racket inside, but it doesn't come from clucking chickens. Instead, thousands of supercomputers perform the complex and exhaustive calculations needed to verify cryptocurrency transactions and add them to the public record. This process is known as the blockchain. Without understanding the nuts and bolts of cryptocurrency, the subject can seem, well, cryptic. Part of the confusion is the word mining attached to it. It's not something that already exists that you find, rather it's a sort of transaction verification process and subsequent reward for that authentication, in the form of a finite number of untraceable electronic coins. The verification process itself is complicated. It requires generating a very particular number that, when added to the data already in the block, produces just the right number of zeros in a row, something impossible for humans to solve. That means the more computing power, the better. When Bitcoin, the first cryptocurrency, came on the scene in 2009, nearly anyone could verify transactions on a regular old laptop. But as more coins started to circulate, meaning more puzzles to solve, that soon wasn't enough computing power. It wasn't long after Bitcoin's creation, on January 3rd, 2009, that cryptocurrency companies began moving to Iceland. In 2016, large data centers accounted for nearly 1% of its GDP, with cryptocurrency mining operations making up 90% of those. They now use more electricity than all of Iceland's homes combined, with electric bills at Enigma running more than 1 million a month. But however green the energy, miners still can't escape a dilemma as old as picks and shovels: how to extract resources without marring the landscape. According to local experts cited by the Wall Street Journal, keeping up with the electricity demand requires building more dams and power stations that could alter Iceland's unique, sensitive environment. The strip is now where international companies mine for bitcoins and other virtual currencies. Powerful computers stacked inside long and grey warehouses use more electricity than all Icelandic homes combined, according to a local energy firm. The new industry's relatively sudden growth is raising serious concerns about its environmental impact. Iceland's energy comes from hydroelectric dams and geothermal power plants, creating electricity without carbon emissions. Computers are used to make complex calculations that verify a running ledger of all the transactions in virtual currencies around the world. In return, the miners claim a fraction of a coin, not yet in circulation. In the case of Bitcoin, a total of 28 million can be mined, with about 3.3 million left to create. As more Bitcoins enter circulation, more powerful computers are needed to keep up with the calculations, and that means more energy. On its face, Iceland seems an ideal setting for the fast-growing cryptocurrency industry. The country uses 100% renewable energy that's relatively cheap to access. Its climate acts as a natural coolant for continuously running machines that heat up very quick. And to date, the political environment there has mostly welcomed this industry. All of the people who are mining cryptocurrency, they are watching that ledger and making sure no fraudulent entries are put in, at intervals decided by each currency's creator, and there are thousands of cryptocurrencies. A coin is generated and given to one of those people as a reward. A verified transaction then typically gets added to a block, which joins other blocks to form a chain known as the blockchain. The blockchain is the history of all transactions on that particular network. You will be pulled over at one point on top of this hill. There was a wide open space where you could look out onto this vista. Land as far as the eye can see. There was nothing around except power lines, and they were really loud. This technology connecting people on the island to power, to electricity. Even in this spot in the middle of nowhere, you could hear the presence of people and their machines. The facility, called Enigma and established by Genesis Mining in 2014, is easily the loudest environment that British photographer Lisa Barnard has ever documented. She visited 2 years ago while shooting her project Bitcoin. The biggest thing I remember was just the noise and the flashing lights and wiring, Barnard says. It was like being inside a computer. But in recent years, it has seen a marked increase in the number of new data centers, built by firms wishing to tout green credentials. Nearly 100% of energy in Iceland comes from renewable sources. If Iceland took on all of the proposed Bitcoin mining ventures, there simply wouldn't be enough electricity to supply them all. The cryptocurrency mining industry in Iceland was recently given a boost thanks to the launch of the Moonlight project, a large data center where various cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, will be mined. That's all we have about Iceland's crazy massive Bitcoin mine. So, do you believe in Bitcoin mining? Let us know in the comment sections down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave us a like, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications. We will see you in the next video. Bye.